So first, I want to introduce Ariel. He's my partner, also a friend, someone that you can see the profile here, very in-depth profile. Two important things. One is that through our friendship, I presented him his current girlfriend, so I don't know if he hates me or love me, but that's the thing. And the other one is on the nick. We call it, and it's several things in Argentina. We can talk further on that. But the thing is, no matter how complex and how high you try to put Ariel on, he's always going to land okay. He's going to go okay and try to pursue that project and make it right. So that's the brief. And
thank you, everyone. Yeah, yeah. So, for example, present Augusto. We've been working almost 10 years now. He's the type of person that 24 hours a day are not enough. He always needs to be doing new things. He always needs to challenge himself. And he also is like Peter Pan. He doesn't want to grow up. He loves playing video games. He loves playing board games. But what? Who doesn't, right? Whereas he also is really passionate about robotics, about electronics, and about health. And he always tries to make some projects to improve health where he can. He's a great team builder. I think he's the right person to do this talk. He made a lot of teams. He always encouraged his teams to challenge themselves, to be better, to improve. And last but not least, he is a husband and he has two beautiful daughters that he's
we don't know each other what we are going to say on this. So yeah, thank you for that. The idea here is to give you a brief of the things that we are going to talk, just to take away keywords. Just take things, ideas. Every slide we have here could be a complete presentation, hours of talk. We have a lot of experience on anything. If you want to talk further, Chris, Jason can put in contact with us, and we can. We are more than willing to do that. So, but this is for me a lot of text. So some version is we are going to talk about team formation. Yes, how to pick what are the most important roles. Teamwork, how to make them work together. People working together, tools to do that. Also, the ego balance, that is a problem when you are starting up. You want to have a lot of stars, but that's not always the best way to do things. This is one of my favorites. You're going to know it because I'm passionate about it. The extra mile need. That is something that in different cultures work different ways, but it's something that we are going to talk briefly about. Some real life examples and then closing words, and we are going to be open to questions and ideas to discuss. So let's start. Team formation. We are going to try to give you the personality, the things that you need to have to form your team. And in this case, we are going to use an analogy that is the band formation, because it's a Rockstar team. So to start, you are going to see like persons that, yeah, that's it. I'm seeing there. So I'm cheating. No reflection. Different roles that are on the characteristics that they have to have, but not like you have to be an engineer, you have to be a CEO, you have to be a CTO. But you are going to see a small word there saying what is the normal way of seeing that person. In this case, the singer. Yeah, the singer is a role that every company has. Tends to be the founder or the generator of the idea, but not all the time, because it's the person that is going to be advocating or talking, and is going to be the voice of the company. Yes, someone that is telling all the time, everywhere, what is going to be the next thing they are doing, what they are passionate about is the singer. That is what we call the singer. And there are three key aspects. We have one liner that says it's going to be a humble risk-taker leader, and is for three main reasons. Sorry, the English again. Rusty, 4 years, maybe not talking in English. Humble, because he's the person that represents all the team, but he's not better than them. It's just the person that has been chosen to do that. Yeah, it has to be humble. Risk taker because it's the person that is going to say, okay, let's go to Silicon Valley Bank and say about get an account and see what they need, and we get networking with them, and we are going to have some points to some contacts to keep working. And the leader is the person that decides where are you heading. Yeah, that's the main role. Okay. We go to the drummer. The drummer is something, is a person that is very important in every team. That is the one that keeps the rhythm, not just for the future, saying, okay, this is what we are going to move forward on, but also on the things you already have, the tracking record of the things you are doing. Yeah? So this one-liner is a pragmatic, organized motivator. It's just words, don't take it like by heart. It's the way we are trying to present them. The idea is that the pragmatic is efficiency. They try to be efficient on the way they use all resources in your team. Some person that is maybe financial, accountability, operation, some people that can get organized and also get track of the things you've done and what you have to be delivering on maybe the meetings you are going to have. We shoot these 3 contacts, we have 2 more, they say this, and we have to contact again in 3 months. So that's the kind of person you need there.
And that's this person, you know that in all the companies you have success, you have failure. This person needs to be the motivator, and this person is going to be setting the pace on the team. It has to be a motivator. It has to empower all the team to do it. Another role that we have is the guitar player. So this is the person that will get all your ideas, all your marketing analysis, all what's in your head, and will put it on a product that you will be able to sell. So this person needs to be creative. This person is really related to the tech world. What happens with tech world is that all the time changes. There are new frameworks, new libraries, new systems, whatever. But this person needs to get all of that. This person needs to analyze, test them, and get the best of those tools and put it in the product. Why? To make your search engine faster, to make your machine learning algorithm better, or whatever you're doing. And that these people need to be an expert, but an expert on the product that you are building, or he's building, or you are building as a team. Because he has to have in mind that all the time things can be improved because technology moves really fast, and knowing what are maybe the flaws on your project or the strength part of your project could help create the best version. And of course, we show this like example of simple dance, but it's just an example. It's not the rule. To do some parodies with music that I really like. There's a band called Crimson that has 3 drummers playing at the same time, and they have really great chemistry, and they can play 3 drummers at the same time on stage, which is great. And also you have the Beatles, for example, that they are 4. There are some roles that were not defined because there were some lead singers on one song, but then on another song would change. So some other examples or exceptions to the rule are the solo. So this is gonna be a person that really needs to know about the field. He really needs to have a good expertise on the field that he is building, but also needs to have a technical background in order to be able to, of course, build the build that he is. Also, you can have the duo where maybe the CEO also is the PM. On the other hand, you have the tech part who will set the piece, who will set the rhythm of how the things move. And last, you have the quartet, also where more than one person can have one role, which will make things move faster or cover more ground.
Okay, now,
let's talk about teamwork. Also, all the previous and all that we are saying, as I said at the beginning, is just ideas. Keep the idea, keep the flow of the things that we are saying, because it all matches, but we are open to discuss everything we have here. Yeah, this came from an analogy, but also from experience on the things, on the people that we are working with. They also came in terms of key features and tools we use for teamwork, right? Yeah. We have four. There are a lot of more things that we can talk about on teamwork, but these four capabilities, you may say, are the beginning for a good environment for people working together. Yeah. Trust is for us the most important thing. You have to be confident of the abilities your team has. You have to be capable of saying, okay, do this, and give the independence for them to do that. In order to grow, you have to work in parallel. If you work, you control, you go back, you iterate. There are some things that work that way, but you want to have all the people on your team working at the same time on different things, so you grow and do things faster. Communication. For all this to be able to be manager, to be moving forward, you have to be able to communicate on an horizontal and completely horizontal way. I mean, you may, as a CEO, be criticized on the things you do, or as an engineer saying, okay, this is not performing, and whatever person wants to say something about that, you can discuss, you can talk about that, and always with the mentality saying, okay, we are going to improve on that. Yeah, that is something that makes things easier if you are able to communicate with everyone in the company. Always communicating, and always think about equity. Equity is not about the being on an meeting and say, okay, $1 for you, $1 for you, $1 for you, but taking in account the value, what the people in your team are putting into the project, into the idea. So be reward about the contribution they are giving to your project. And also accountability. That is not like a witch hunting. It's not saying, okay, who is responsible for this? The platform has failed and we lost millions. It's having an owner and saying, okay, this failed. Why? We are going to manage. We are going to try to solve it, fix it. Yeah. If you don't have an owner on the things, or you punish when you have an error, they are going to hide, and that is going to make your work to try to fix things a lot more complex. So you have responsibility on the things you are doing, but try not to punish people just for the errors and the wrongs they have. And also some tools. These are 3 tools we use a lot on the field on the startups. That are OKRs, Lean Startup or Lean Methodology, and Hacking Growth. OKRs, I think you know it. Someone has experience using OKRs. It's kind of the KPIs of the past, saying objective and key results. So you set the goals and you keep updating on the progress on that results of those goals you are setting. The Lean Startup is a methodology where you try to shorten the cycles of development, of product development, going to the user and getting feedback fast. And also we have here on all these things, maybe Jason could give a talk on those things. And also Hacking Growth, that is being efficient on the use. Try to use the less amount of resources to get your goals. And if you go to the essential of this, is measuring, is failing early, and also being efficient on the use of your resources. That's the main goal for these 3 tools. And then go to the ego balance. Yeah, this is something very important. As I said before, you may have a lot of stars, a lot of people that is the best on the field, but you need to balance that in terms of who is going to be the leader, what is the most important things. Even if you have 4 different persons doing different things. One of them is more important at different stages of your company. So you have to decide on that and be clear on that. Saying, okay, we are focusing on you, on what you are doing, and all the rest of the company are going to work on the things you need. And for that, it's very important to have a clear leadership. Yeah, it's not being the boss. I can be the boss for different leaders, technical leaders. We work on technology, so most of the examples came from that. But you can have VP of engineers. Yeah, but you are the boss. If you decide everything and they are just doing what you do, on what you decide, you're not going to grow fast enough. You need to have new ideas, new point of views. You have to collaborate. And in that way, there is someone in every team that is better for that you are doing. And most of the time, it's not you. So you have to find a clear leader on that and be clear on you are now leading this. Yes? Being clear on the things, communication, as I said before. Giving also in communication the roles, giving you a clear role on that specific project or in the company, and also the career path. What is going to be your role now? You need to improve this, and we are going to talk about that next. But also, I talked about that communication. There is no worse eroder of trust, of general teamwork, than being polite for everything. Okay, that's happening in the back, saying, okay, you did a good work. You are not giving good feedback. When they say, okay, it's a good presentation, but your English was bad. Practice more, please. Go back to Argentina and practice more. That is something that could be productive for your team, saying the things that went not so good. Yeah, in terms of feedback, when you have these processes of giving feedback to your teammate or the people that are working with you, the real good feedback that is going to make you move forward is the one that is bad for you. And also puts you in a spot saying, okay, if you don't say anything about anything, if you go presentation, and everyone says, okay, that was great, you're not going to prove, and you believe that you are the best doing presentations. So you are not growing. That's the honesty you need from the people around to be criticizing your work in order for you to be better. Yeah. And also, that's part of the things we say, clear goals. We are going to decide what is going to be your goal, the goal for this, and we are moving forward as a team for that goal. Yeah, being clear, very clear on the things you do. Sorry, I'm going to do. Also, this is what I said before. Tools that you can use. Feedback, constant feedback on the work you are doing, that your team is doing, in order to them to improve. Yeah? The career path I already told you about. That is something that maybe, I don't know, more than 20 years, I'm not going to give up my age, but kind of, is the number one petition from the people. I want to know what is my next step, what I'm going to, what you expect for me to learn, to improve in order to be more efficient for the company. Because they want to grow, even for the self, for the company to go to another company, but they want their time to be used in an efficient manner. Yeah? The size also. When you are starting, always, it's overwhelming for all the parts of the team because you have a lot of things to do all the time, and we are trade-offs. All the time you do different things. You are the CEO, you are the accountant, you are the marketing guy, you do the presentation, some of the things. But in order for you to grow organically or in good shape, you have to balance that, because most of the startups, when they get the funding or they get to a step where they have to grow and do a lot of things, they start hiring. And there is a place for the people and the team that started with you where they see no contribution to the final product. Okay, I was the one that was deciding everything here. Yeah. At the beginning, it's overwhelming. When you have 2, 3 persons, and that's okay, that's the balance you need. But when you have 10, 20 people, everything that they do is smaller. So you don't see the contribution to the big goal when you grow that fast without thinking about it. Yeah? It's balancing the growth and the size of the team you have, because you need to have clear goals and roles and everything, right? Think about it. And the last one, this is the pain, the pain for every CTO, CEO, etc. Is acting fast. It's you have to think about it. You have to have all the details. But if you have a toxic person, someone that is not working, and you give them the things you have to change our goal, this is your goal, whatever tools you are using, and you don't see progress, you need to decide fast, because the toxicity spreads very fast. So if the person doesn't want to change, doesn't feel comfortable, it's better for the both of us to part ways. So the act fast is very difficult because you don't know when, but you have to do it. You are going to sense it. Be aware of that. You have to do it. It's very difficult because in my case, I try to forge a relationship with everyone in my company. So it's very difficult. And this is my favorite part. He said that this is me. The extra mile. There is a myth, mostly depends on the culture, but here in the US, Argentina is kind of in the same realm, that it's something that erodes a lot and puts a lot of pressure into your team. That is, you're not giving the extra mile. You don't giving us the 100%, 110% of yourself to the company. And some things, that is a classic quotes, classic things that you have there that are really going to make your team suffer. One is raise the flag, or we call use the t-shirt, ponerte la camiseta, it's in Spanish. That is, you are going to use the company colors, you are going to cheer for the company all the time, you are going to love it all the time. And that could be something you want to reward because it's a good way, a good culture, but it's not most of the times the reason why they are there. It could be a person that gives you a lot of value, that likes to work with you, but just want to do his work and that's it. Doesn't have to be all the time cheering and doing things to show that they love to work to your company. This is something that I see here a lot, equity. The companies, when there are something using equity, something like, I will pay you $10 a month, but I'm going to give you 1% of my company that is going to give value billions in 5 years. What is the reasoning behind that? Because that person is not going to be able to think, or he has to do freelance in some other work in order to be able to live. Because you're not thinking really on the person, on the value they have to give. You have to erase all the limits, all the things that are making the people think in all the things, the basics. If you don't cover the basics and just give you equity, it's not healthy. Not even for you as a company. This is something that happens more than on big companies, but it's Carlos stayed 10 more hours than you last week working, and say it's not using the fact as okay, Carlos is working more, he's trying to improve, but you are not working as hard as Carlos. And you have to start measuring things not in hours, not in time spent, but the value they are giving you. A person that is an expert that could give you in 5 hours double the results Carlos give you in 20 hours is going to be on this very frustrated. Because you say Carlos is double the time of your presence here. You are not here, no person like that. What's the point of that? I can give my best self in those 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. I don't know. It doesn't correlate the time spent on the value given by a person. And also, this is another one that is very classic, the unrealistic goals. You're going to have this new project for Christmas, 1 week before Christmas. Okay, this big customer is going to pay us for doing this application, this product for the next week, and you are going to tire all your team, and you are not going to be delivering that in a week. It's not possible. So if you know it's not realistic, do something else. Go negotiate with the customer and say, we can give you this in 1 week. We can give you these other things next week. And be realistic about that. They are going to thanks for that. Maybe they don't sign because they need it anyway. But it's better for you that they are going to be more realistic with your more, how do you say it, more, I don't know, you say the truth to your customers that they want to appreciate it. And also your team is not going to be exhausted and not giving you the results you need anyway, because in a way you're not going to do it anymore. And I updated this with some other ways to do the same, but different. Yes? Write the flag. You may have, I don't know, meetings, things, showing the things that you are going, the vision, the goal. Those are things that are going to motivate your team. We have for 2-3 meetings this week with these big companies, and we are going to present them what you guys are doing and try to motivate them. Give them shirts and gold. Everyone is going to this event there and showing we have the same and with the same T-shirt, and we are talking different things, and do that and nurture it like a cultural thing. But don't try to force it. Don't try to force it. Just let them be the evangelist for your company. Equity. Be reasonable on the things you are offering. Be reasonable on the people you want to get into your company. And sometimes you don't have the money. But be real. I don't have the money now. This is my situation in this moment. And also be very jealous. This is part of the things you don't get. If you get 5% to this new guy, 5% to that, you are eroding your opportunities for a fund in the next maybe year or 2 years to be investing in your company, because our liabilities, you have 10 persons on your cap table. What's that? And you are not being reasonable on the use of your equity. Extra hours. Reward the extra work, but reward the extra work with value they are giving. If I spend maybe a weekend trying something new, you go to a meeting and say, okay, I spend all the weekend, but we can try this and this. That extra work is value they are giving you. So reward it, but don't judge other people that are not doing the same. And the unrealistic goals, I already tell you, negotiate. Try to push the boundaries, push the team, because some people and some teams work that way. We're going to do this, and the energy you get, that the adrenaline is good, but you know when something could be done and something that is unrealistic. And as I say, don't blame a fish for not being able to climb a tree. It's impossible. So if you say you don't meet my expectations is unrealistic.
Right. Let's put all that we talked about in some real life stories or some real case scenarios. I'm a huge fan of basketball. I really love playing basketball when I was 6 years old. In 2004, the Argentinian basketball team, the national basketball team, was able to accomplish something that was against all odds. They won the 18th Olympic Games. And for doing that, they had to beat the USA national team, the dream team, the best of the best, the best team of the best players of the world. And how they did that? Basically, they did it with teamwork. So what was the main difference? Argentina had a concept of teamwork. Meanwhile, the US team at that point was all but stars. They were all stars, all really good players on their team, but they were stars. They didn't have the feeling of being part of the team. So this Argentinian, of course, this team has some racing stars like Ginobili, Scola, Nocioni, etc. But they had each player had a clear role. Each player knew what to do. There was a guy that would get all the rebounds. There was a guy that would assist all the other players. There was a guy that will score all the points and will be on all the news because of all the points that he did. And all of them were clear with that role, and all of them were okay. So having that chemistry between them made them be able to go the extra mile, accomplish the impossible, what seemed impossible. And the second example is what happened to the U.S. National team. They took this defeat really on the interior, and they started to prepare their team, looking for those national teams, how they play, how they communicate with each other, how they became a team. And after 2 or 3 years of work, all the summers, they were able to create a team. And after they did that, they were unbeaten. No one beat the US team after they were able to mix best stars on the world and a team play. So there's a new Netflix movie that explains all this. That's called the Everything Team. Really recommend. And our other example is going to Chile. A group of free miners got trapped. Sorry for the matrix. I don't really know the imperial samples, but they got trapped 700 meters underground and 5 kilometers from the entrance of the mine. This was like an impossible mission. They weren't able even to communicate with the exterior.
Yeah. In this impossible mission, the thing is that the layers of rock they have between them and the outside were one of the hardest materials there are. So they came and they made a team of experts around all the world, geologists, architects, engineers. But the thing is that the easiest way to learn something is when you don't know about it. Yeah, you are a blank page. In this case, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to get into the mine that was collapsing. So that was a ego leveler saying, okay, we are all in the same. Nobody did that before. We have to do it. And they have people, not only experts, but people from policemen from Chile, firefighters, some other ideas. They will go try and tell them and say, okay, we are going to try it. We failed. That worked a little. And they start working. It was 69 days. 69 days they were there. This example is good in 2 ways, because you have a team of experts working outside. They were not able even to communicate, or some of the things they keep with logs and some of the things to know they are there. But you also have a team inside the mine. People like trying to have their mind saying, okay, I'm going to survive. They don't have food, water, it was hard. But trying to survive there. And you have a people always have thinking about the same goal, trying to reach those people that maybe halfway, 30 days, they made a hole and they were able to send things. And they stayed there for almost more than another month there until they make a tunnel that was about a basketball diameter, and they made an elevator that took in about 2 days all the people out. So it was a good teamwork outside, teamwork inside, all on the same goal, trying to communicate, but also being very humble on the things they don't know and trying to do the impossible. And this is word known, but it's something that is here more, more known, that is Enron. You all know this. Enron was a big company on energy. It was top 140, 150 in the 90s. And for 5 to 6 years, they grew a lot. And Forbes say, okay, this is the most innovative company in the world for several years in a row. And the growth and the shares were crazy, growing, and everyone is investing in them. But the problem was, sometimes you have to do regular. Airbnb, Uber, we're on a gray zone saying, okay, this is not illegal, but not legal either. We are going to try it and try to push that. But in this case, the reckless was behind that. Yeah, they were more on the illegal side. But also, they don't trust each other. They don't have the trust of the people. There are a lot of trust issues because they know they are doing something wrong, but they keep doing it. They keep doing it. When they notice the news started to appear saying, we don't know if they are profitable, they have the money they say they were invested in that way. They started to see the shares dumping and they do nothing. They weren't able to adapt or say or to get sincere and say, okay, yeah, we were overvaluated and try to do the things the other way. No, we are hiding. This is an error. We are not going to take blame for this. Everyone on that team, because it's not one person. You can say, okay, the CEO sells the shares, whatever, but it's a team. Everyone was involved. They didn't trust each other, and they were unable to say, okay, it's my responsibility to do something about it. The 20K people losing their jobs was final words, and we are going to set you free, as the slide say. Two things to just to remember to sum up. Teaming and creating a team is different things. You can team up and say we are going to move this table that is very heavy. You don't need much communication, much other things, but you are there for the long term. Yeah, you have to have the culture, have the trust on the people, and you are going to spend so many nights, so many discussions with the people you are sharing the team with, that you have to think about the road ahead, the goals, the mid and long term of the things you are doing, right?
And also, each of you is unique. Each of you have unique experiences. So when you team up, you create like a universe of different things that you can accomplish and do. So you have to take those things that you learn, that you have in your bag, and put it on your idea. That will make your idea better. Teaming up will make teamwork will make the dream work. 80% of the success of the product, of a company, of a startup, or for whatever, is based on teamwork. Of course, you need some smart guys, you need some luck, of course, to be in the correct moment. But if you can put all those smart persons, or all your luck, all your things that you're building, and put them under an umbrella of teamwork, you'll be ambitious. For closing, I want to have one quote of Steve Jobs that says, "Great things in business are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people." I think this quote summarizes like everything that we've been trying to talk about in this workshop. Well, last I couldn't live without a quote of basketball. Michael Jordan once said, "Talent wins games, but teamwork